large degree we can achieve this. But there are so many meditation practices in the world today, correct? There are so many schools of spirituality in the world today. So why have I chosen to try out this practice and stick to this? There is Isha Foundation by Sadhguru, very well-known school, lot of spiritual practices there. Art of Living by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, another great school. So we have a lot of options available. So what about this meditation makes it so special that you want to, tune into this, or you are here on this call today? So, in my understanding, most meditations that I have practiced in the past, right? My family's been very spiritual, so we've been exposed to a variety of meditation practices. But this particular meditation is to do with not only yourself but service to the world as well. Now, you see, most meditation practices they have to do with your own inner peace, right? Your own stillness, your own breath work, correct? But this one in particular involves blessing or using the energy not only for yourself but for the entire world, and how we will find out soon enough. So as we jump into this, I'll just give you a quick outline of how the structure is going to be today. We'll have a quick orientation of what the twin heart meditation is. How do you do it? What do you do? What exactly it is, and how the name came about. Then we'll have the meditation itself, which is about 21 minutes long, plus the blessings, it will be around 25 minutes to 30 minutes. And then we leave the end for about some questions and sharings for the last 5-10 minutes. All right? That's the basic outline. Cool. Perfect. All right. So most schools, as I mentioned before, have a founder. They have a guru or sorts. The Pranic Healing School, of which the Twin Heart Meditation is a part of, also has a founder by itself. And his name is Grandmaster Chua Kok Sui. Grandmaster is the title that we give him for his spiritual development, and Chua Kok Sui is his name. So he is a Chinese origin Filipino man, right? Who was very, very inclined towards energy schools, basically. So he spent a good 15 to 20 years researching various energy schools of healing, of esoteric sciences, to understand that what is this energy world exactly, and how can we utilize this energy world to make our physical world and physical life much, much better. So after this tons of years of research, he founded something called Pranic Healing in 1987, which is basically an energy school which uses or manipulate energy which is available all around us to fasten the self-recovery process or the life energy inside or within our own body to increase the self-recovery process of any ailments that we go through, be it physical or psychological. And he started this in 1987 and he spread it across 120 countries in less than 30 years, which was a feat bar none. Yeah. And one of the things that attracted me towards this man the most was he didn't really come across as the most aesthetic or the guru that we see in most of the world today. He lived a normal life. He was a chemical engineer by qualification. Yeah. He was a super successful businessman, which means he ran about two, three businesses in the pharmaceutical companies, etc., etc. He was a huge philanthropist, donating to tremendous charities, impacting. He was founding many charities by himself, and he wrote about 20 plus books. So he lived a life of proper materialism along with spiritualism. So his teaching is basically very grounded in spirituality, but utilized in such a way that you can apply it in your day-to-day life to make your life better. That's why he's so empowering. And you'll see a lot of him as to come. Okay, so what you'll be hearing today may be some things that you may or may not agree with. It may be things that are beyond your understanding, beyond my understanding. It may be things that you're hearing for the first time. So it's super, super important to practice something called intelligent evaluation. Basically, whatever I say, whatever you see on the screen today, don't believe it blindly. Okay. I want you all to question everything you see and hear, because once you question, it means you're thinking about it. And if you're thinking about it, when you practice it, the effects of that are that much stronger. Okay. So any questions you have at all during the entire presentation, there's no right time for questions and there are no right or wrong questions. So put it in the chat box. Feel free to interrupt me and ask me any questions that you want. All right. So because if the clarity is there, the power of the practice is that much more stronger. All right. Perfect. So quick intro about me. I am, you already know my name is Vedant Menon. By qualification, I'm a marketing associate. By profession, I'm a full-time pranic healer, and more on that later. But for me, before I started any practice in our family, because our family comes from the background of being in the armed forces, both my parents, my grandparents as well were in the armed forces. So for me, before trying out something, I had to really make sure or have the assurance that it would really, really help me. So after practicing this particular meditation and entering School of Pranic Healing for about 3 to 4 years, these are the results that I put it. particularly obtain from it. And that is why I have stuck to this school, I stuck to this practice. So the first major benefit of this meditation in particular is your health tremendously improves. Like most of us catch a common cold maybe once a month, once in 2 months, are very, very prone to the disease around us. Even if our immune system is naturally strong, sometimes we get very, very sick. With this meditation on Twin Hearts, I noticed that over the course of years, I was hardly falling sick. I don't remember the last time I went to the doctor or took a tablet, honestly. And a lot of the credit goes to the practice of Twin Hearts, which you'll understand why in a few minutes. Secondly, another very, very important field in most of our life is our career, right? Our job. For me, when I applied for my first job after I graduated college, there were a lot of people applying. I think about 120 people applied from my college for the particular role. And the application process was very, very lengthy, about a month long, right? So the entire month and before, during my college days, I stuck to doing the meditation and Twin Hearts regularly because I found that whenever I did this meditation, the clarity that I got was so, so strong that I was very, very sure of what I wanted to do and very, very sure of how to get there. And to a large extent, clearing all those interviews, and I'm telling you, out of the 120 people, about three of them were selected for the job, and I was one of them, thankfully. And when I reflect on why I got this job, yes, I put in my effort. Yes, I had a lot of good karma, but the reason was that because of my practice of this meditation regularly, the effects that I saw within my securing of this career job was super, super strong. Third, your prosperity or your ability to make money. Now, as a full-time pranic healer, it's not something that is a profession you see all around you, correct? You see doctors, you see engineers, you see people in banks, but you don't really see pranic healers or you don't see people in the energy world, except on Instagram if you come across them, right? And I was working in corporate as well for about 2 years' time. And because of meditation, because of the School of Pranic Healing and the techniques that I learned through the school, I was able to confidently switch my career into a full-time pranic healing job because not only did the pay match my earlier corporate job, but the fulfillment I got from practicing this was that much more powerful. So if you ever want to try out pranic healing as a modality of helping people, you don't have to be a doctor necessarily to help them. You can be a pranic healer, and you don't have to worry about your source of income because it's if you can do it in the right way, the amount of money coming in is tremendously a lot. Yeah. And the most important thing that I would recommend is that the people around you see the change. They see the difference of personality, of growth in your life. And I mean, I was a very, very angry kid when I was a child. I was super, super naughty. Yeah, and I was borderline quite crazy, honestly. And I had a very big addiction as well. So when my family saw me practicing meditation regularly and they saw the change in my life, that's when I realized, okay, this is not just something I am feeling. This is something that the people around me are noticing to a large degree. So when they feel better around me, when they feel like sharing more things with me, that proves that something about this practice is really, really working. All right, let us move on. So we all know what the physical body is, right? We're taught about it in school. We have a head, we have arms, legs, etc., etc. But the energy body, or something as called the aura, is something that's not taught to us in most schools. Now, this aura is basically like a mold around the physical body. So you see this woman over here, her physical body is clearly seen, but you see this outline around her physical body. This is called the energy body or the aura. It's like this. अभी गणेश चतुर्थी आ रही है, correct? So to make a Ganesha idol, what do? You take a mold of the idol and you pour in the clay or you pour in the sand or the mud and you let it dry and then you or the ceramic and then you take it out of the mold and you can see the physical idol of the Ganesh, correct? So similarly, in this case, the energy body is like the mold. So now what will happen if I have the mold of the Ganesha in the mold, correct? But then I remove the right arm and only have the left arm. Now, when I take out the idol, the physical idol, after it is dried up, will I have the left arm? No, correct? Because the mold didn't have it in the first place. Hence, similarly, over here, if there's an issue with the energy body, correct? If there's any kind of too much energy or too less energy in this body, it will directly impact your physical body and vice versa. Yeah, so the importance of taking care of this body as well is very, very paramount. And that is what the meditation helps with. Now, we all know physical hygiene. We take a shower, we brush our teeth, we cut our nails. Yeah, we keep ourselves smelling fresh. All of that has to do with the physical body, but no one teaches how to take care of the energy body. And this is the way to do that. All right. So, how will we do this? Is through the meditation. And this meditation involves certain chakras, two in particular. Now, what are chakras? Very simple understanding. You must have heard this word a lot. It's basically a whirlpool of energy in the energy body. Okay? So here you can see that there are chakras pointed in the physical anatomy of the body. Similarly, we have energy anatomy, where these chakras control certain physical parts of the body. So this third chakra, for example, controls your thyroid, your larynx, your esophagus, your voice box, your entire throat, yeah, your parathyroid glands, etc., and etc. So all these chakras are positioned in certain parts of the physical body to basically control and energize that part of the system. So naturally, when that part of the system is affected, that particular chakra is also affected. All right. So why are we talking about these chakras? We are using two chakras in meditation. One is the heart chakra. So you can touch the center of your chest over here and just say heart chakra. All right. This is where the heart chakra is located in the center of your chest. Now, what is this heart chakra? This chakra deals with the emotion of love that you feel for your near and dear ones, right? The love you feel for your parents, the love you feel for your siblings, for your girlfriends, for your boyfriends, for your pets. Yeah, all those people in your life who you're very, very close to, you feel a deep sense of attachment and closeness to. That is when this chakra is activated. Yeah, this is where the emotions of love, of joy, compassion, happiness, peace, all of them come from this particular chakra. Yeah, and the second chakra is called the crown chakra. Now, this chakra is the center for divine love. What is divine love, you may ask? This is the love you feel for those people who you may not directly know on a one-on-one basis. For example, I'm assuming all of you are from India or to a certain degree are. All of you must have heard about the Pahalgam attack that happened, right, recently. Yeah, a lot of people passed away. Now, all of us may not have known those victims or those families personally, correct? I didn't know them personally, but to a large degree, yeah, but to a large degree, you felt somewhere within yourself that, I wish that didn't happen to them. Or you felt like, I hope their family is safe. I hope their family has the strength to get better, correct? Now, even without knowing them personally, if you're able to connect to them, that means there's some link between you and them. Yeah, there's some kind of feeling that you may have to wish for their best. Now, that is when the crown chakra is activated. Now, this crown chakra means universal love for the entire world, not only India. People suffering in the forest fires in Los Angeles or in Australia, people suffering in Russia and Ukraine, people suffering in the Middle East. A connect to them is because the crown chakras are all one. And that's when you feel this connect towards them. That's why you feel like they deserve to be happy. Now, this crown chakra is also an entry point of divine energy. Divine energy, basically energy that comes from the gods, from the gurus, from all the avatars, higher beings that exist in the world, irrespective of which religion that they belong to. Yeah, so you must have noticed that whenever elders give us blessings, ना हमारे जो माता पिता है, हमारे जो ग्रैंडफादर ग्रैंडमदर है, जब वो हमको ब्लेस करते हैं, फिर हमको आशीर्वाद देते हैं, तो हमारे सर के ऊपर छूते हैं, करेक्ट? They touch the top of our head. So that's because the blessing energy comes from their palms into our crown, is absorbed by the crown chakra and then distributed to the entire body. That's why you see a lot of these very holy saints, a lot of pictures of Bhagwans in the temples, they have this halo around their head. Have you noticed this? Yeah, like a bright, bright light, like a circular light. This is a significance of a highly activated crown chakra, which shows their degree of spiritual illumination. Remember what illumination we spoke about in one of the purposes of the meditation? That is a sign of that. Hence, it's related to the crown chakra. Cool. Both the chakras are clear. Any questions up until now? No? Let me just stop my share. Anything at all? No questions? Okay. Perfect. Let's go back. If anything, you can feel free to put in the chat box or just unmute. Cool. So twin hearts. Now the name. Now why is it called the twin hearts? We only have one heart, right? Well, here's the trick. The chakras are two. So this at the bottom is the heart chakra that you can see, and this on the top is the crown chakra. So if you look at this, the heart chakra is like how the inner look of the crown chakra looks like. So when you look at it clairvoyantly, the heart chakra is actually a replica. The crown chakra has a heart chakra inside it. So they're replicas of each other. Hence, to activate the crown chakra, you must first activate the heart chakra. We spoke about how the heart chakra has to do with emotional love, correct? So if you can't love the people around you, can you love the world? Maybe not. If you can't love yourself, can you love the people around you? Not. Yeah. Hence, it's super important to activate the heart first and then the crown. And that's what we'll do in this meditation. All right. And how do you activate the heart and crown? We use this prayer on loving kindness, which is called the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Now, Saint Francis was a very, very famous, highly evolved saint from parts of the world, where he founded this mantra or this chant. where he replaced the negative emotions of the world with positive emotions. We'll come to that. But what you basically do is you visualize the earth in front of you. You raise your arms in something called the blessing position on the chest level. You look at this image and you can replicate this image in the practice as well. And you bless this earth with loving kindness. Yeah, what happens is that during the meditation, before you start a meditation, or if you have a normal day, right, you go to office, you go to college, you have your work, you interact with people, all of this is how your aura or your energy body looks like after a long, long day. You'll notice that there are moments of happiness, of course, moments of joy, but there's also some anger over here. There's also some jealousy, some regret, some grudges, some moments where you just burst out and shout at somebody. Yeah, some envy. So all of this is how your aura looks like. Very cluttered, very unrequired emotions that are there. So after the meditation or during the meditation, this light that comes down, the divine energy, flushes out all of this and clears your aura to a large degree. And that's how you attain something called inner peace, inner stillness. Because you see, there's no distraction around you to keep your mind and emotions occupied. And that's why you are with your true self and you feel a lot of inner peace. And that's the beauty of the practice. All right, let's look at the benefits of the meditation. Yeah, why should you do this? A lot of the times when you practice this regularly, you'll notice over time your stress tremendously comes down. Yeah, for me personally, I notice that when I'm in a situation of very stressful situation, instead of panicking, instead of freaking out, instead of breaking down, I was able to calmly assess the situation, look at the pros, look at the cons, and react. Instead of reacting, I was able to respond in the most accurate way. Yeah. Apart from that, inner peace, happiness, because the crown and heart are activated, and the heart is to do with happiness, so you feel a lot of happiness. Higher intelligence, mental clarity. Crown is activated. Crown controls the brain. Like how the throat chakra controls the throat, the crown chakra controls the entire brain. So when the crown is activated, you feel a lot of mental clarity, a lot of intelligence and intuition. Yeah, more good karma because you're able to bless the entire world. You're able to bless 8 billion people at the same time. Yeah, so a lot of the blessings come back to you. And my favorite benefit is it's only 21 minutes long. It's super short, super concise, and can be done anytime during the day. We'll speak about. Okay, so how do you do the meditation? So meditation starts off by physical exercises. Okay, this is like a very basic warm-up kind of routine that you would do before a gym session or before any sport that you play. All right, I'll guide you through that. Then we'll go to an invocation. Basically, it's like a prayer that you would do before any practice. Like how you pray to God after having a bath, or you pray before an exam or before an interview. Like that, we pray for the blessings because what's happening is when in this image you can see he's blessing the entire earth. But this is one person blessing 8 billion people. Now, would one person have the energy to bless 8 billion people? Do you think it's practical? Not really. Yeah, yeah, correct. So what we do is to facilitate the blessing of the entire world of 8 billion people, we ask for some help. Now, whose help can we ask for? We can ask for the help of this teacher over here. We can ask for the help of God. We can ask the help of all those avatars we believe in. So it could be Krishna, it could be Rama, it could be Parshuram, it could be Jesus, it could be Allah. Anybody who you connect to, you can ask for their help in this meditation. So when their energy flows through you, you don't have to use your own energy and you have enough energy to bless the entire world. Okay? Then throughout the meditation, you'll be requested to connect your tongue to your palate. Basically, your tongue, if this is the roof of your mouth, this is your tongue. Just touch it to the top of your mouth throughout the meditation. If you can do this throughout the practice, it's best. If you can't, no problem. All right. Then he'll ask you, the teacher will ask you, or I'll be guiding it. So then you'll have to think of a happy moment. Yeah. So you listen to your heart, you bring your attention to your heart chakra, visualize the earth in front of you, and then close your eyes and think of a happy moment. Now, this could be any moment that's made you really, really happy. It could be some time you spent with your family. It could be some time you spent with any loved one. It could be when you went out with your friends. It could be some moment in college or at workplace where you really, really enjoyed. But something that brings back a lot of happiness in your attention. Think of that moment. Okay, so think of a happy moment, focus on the heart, bless the earth. Then we move to the crown. Think of another happy moment, focus on the crown, and bless the earth again. All right, and then you bless the earth simultaneously with both the heart and the crown chakra. So heart, crown, and then heart and crown. Cool. This is like the first half of the meditation. All right, this is how it's going to look. So here you're sitting, you're focusing on your heart, you're focusing on your crown, you're blessing the earth with the heart, and then you're blessing the heart with the crown. Yeah, so that's how it looks. Just for a picturesque perspective, so you can understand what exactly to do. And this is the prayer. So when you bless the earth, this is the prayer that you'll be chanting. I'll be chanting this prayer. You just have to repeat it mentally. You don't have to say anything out loud because the tongue is connected to your palate. Yeah. So in this prayer, he's saying that wherever there is all these emotions, now all of us may agree that this all these emotions are existing in the world today. Yes or no? Is there hatred in the world? Yes. Is there injury in the world? Despair in the world? Darkness, sadness? To a large degree, yes, we can see it happening numerously around us. So what we're doing is we are transmuting or changing these emotions that exist in the world today with their positive counterparts. Yeah. And when we do this continuously over time, this can heal the world to a large degree. All right. Now comes the second part of the meditation. So this is the blessing position where you're blessing the earth. Now you put your arms like this and put them back on your lap. All right, sit comfortably. Your eyes are closed, your tongue is to your palate. And then you think of or you visualize a point of light on top of your crown. Now we know where your crown chakra is, right? Right on top of the head. So slightly a few inches above the crown chakra, you visualize the point of light. This point of light can be a star, it can be a lamp, it can be a candle, it can be a flame. Yeah. Anything that is really bright and can hold your attention. Okay. Then there'll be about 9 Om chantings. Now, these Om chants are cleansing frequencies. They help you be aware, help you concentrate. You can chant Amin, you can chant Amen or Om, whatever is convenient to you, whatever faith you follow. There's no restriction on that. But you chant this mentally. Okay, I'll be chanting it aloud, but you chant it in your mind. Cool. And the best part of the meditation is here in this Om chanting. Because between two Oms, in that gap, that is where the nectar or the Amrit of the meditation really is. And that's where you can feel the real bliss. So try and focus on that part in this Om chanting. All right. The Om chanting will come to an end. And then there'll be about stillness or silence for about 2 to 3 minutes. This is for you to really embark or assimilate or feel that emotion of bliss or that stillness that you're in right now. You put in so much effort for the first 18 minutes of practice that now you can really engulf that feeling of bliss. All right. After 3 minutes, I will ask you to come back to your body. So you come back to feeling your body again. All right. We release some more excess energy. How do we do that? We raise the hands up again in blessing position, visualize the earth again in front of us, and we bless the earth and release more excess energy. Okay. And then we'll end the meditation. This comes to an end over here. We'll do some massaging, some physical exercise, and then we close. All right. These steps may be long to explain, but when I guide it, it's very short. Okay. It'll be very smooth. And you don't have to remember any of these steps. You just have to listen to my voice and follow the guidance. All right. Last few slides. Who should not practice the meditation? So if you're below 10 years old, I recommend not to practice it, or between under 16 years old, because what happens is the chakras of these children are still not developed to the capacity to handle the energy of the meditation. So we request them not to practice it regularly. All right. Patients who have severe heart ailments, hypertension, glaucoma, kidney, liver, or any kind of venereal diseases, what happens is the chakras that are activated during this meditation may make this matter worse. So if you have any of these ailments, request you all to not practice meditation. If you have high BP and if it's under control with medication, then you can open your eyes and do the practice. All right. If and do any of you have any of these concerns currently in the call right now, just so that I can understand? Severe heart ailments, any kind of hypertension, nothing at all? Yeah? Yeah. I'm sure Rohit, you won't have, but it's good. Okay. And if you plan on doing the meditation regularly, like on a daily basis, it's healthy and helpful to avoid these things. Smoking, excessive meat eating, especially pork, and any kind of excessive alcohol consumption and excessive drug use. Yeah. Notice he said heavy, and excessive, which means that if you're doing it in moderation, especially alcohol, it's okay. But everything else, try not to avoid. Try to avoid it if you're going to practice this meditation regularly. Cool. Last one, do's and don'ts. Don't meditate after a heavy meal simply because you'll fall asleep. I mean, there are countless times I've eaten very nice food, come and done a practice, and then just slept through the entire practice. So that defeats the purpose of those 21 minutes. So might as well meditate before a heavy meal or after a shower. Okay. And don't shower right after you meditate. Wait for about 8 hours. It's a good time because what's happening is that the meditation energy is still assimilating in the body. So you let the energy assimilate in your body and you don't want to wash it off with water. Yeah. If you're a woman who's going through a cycles, you may still practice the meditation. There's no shortcoming on that. And the last 2 points are purely because you don't want to get disturbed during your practice. All right. And that is it. This is how a practitioner looks, by the way. When you look at the energy around them, this is how they look when they practice meditation in the first phase. And this is how they look when they are in the Om chanting phase or when they're stillness phase. It's so bright. It's probably blinding for somebody who can see this. Okay. Perfect. Any questions up until this point? We can stop my sharing. Nothing at all. Everybody is understanding. Yeah, good. Excited to practice it. Let's do this. And the seven of us. Seven is always a good number. All right. So let's start off with the physical exercises. Okay, I'll quickly guide you through them. If you can, stand up and find a space where you can move your arms and legs. It's a very simple, short um exercise, just like a warm up. Okay. For those of you who I can't see, I'm assuming you are standing. Rose, you can keep your camera off for this part. No problem. All right. Stand up. You start with our eye rotation. So we work our way up from the top to the bottom. So the whole body exercise. Okay. Eye rotation, clockwise. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. We'll do it all for 8 counts. Anti-clockwise to your left. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Neck exercises. So move your neck left and right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Neck up and down. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Upper body twist. You may bend your knees slightly, put your arms on the chest level, and just go back and forth. Try and stretch as much as possible. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Seven and eight. All right, hip rotations. We move your hip. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Clockwise to your right. Three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Anti-clockwise. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Perfect. Let's do something called semi squats. So a squat is a full squat, right? We won't do a full squat, we just do a half squat. So look something like this. You sort of bounce, bounce, bounce in place like a medicine ball is under you. Just bounce on the medicine ball, imaginary medicine ball. Bounce, 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 bounce. Mm-mm-mm. Perfect. Now we'll work on our shoulders. Arm rotations. So rotate your arms to the back. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. To the front. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Excellent. Now elbow flick. So just flick your elbow like you're throwing something on the ground. Just flick it, flick, flick, flick. Perfect. Wrist rotation. Rotate your wrist to the right, clockwise, to the left. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Stretch your fingers. Stretch it like that. We'll be using our hands a lot during meditation, so it's good to nicely warm it up. Okay, now let's move on to the legs. All right, leg exercise. So you just flick your knee like you're kicking a football. So flick, 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 flick. So the same thing on the left leg. Flick, flick, flick. Seven and eight. Now do the ankle rotation. You lift your ankles up and just rotate it clockwise. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Same thing anti-clockwise. Seven and eight. Same thing on the left leg. Clockwise rotation of the ankles. Same thing to your left anti-clockwise. Switch back to the other leg. We'll do some toe tap. So just tap your toes up and down. Bring them up, bring them down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down. Excellent. Left leg. Up, down, up. Tap, 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 and tap. All right. You may take a seat now. All right. Sit comfortably. If you can, I'll request you to turn your cameras on during the meditation. Everybody's eyes are going to be closed, so no one's going to be seeing you. But I would like to see you so I can correct any posture issues or posture worries. All right. Thank you, Rose, for being super proactive. Love it. Okay. Anybody else? If you can turn your cameras on, I would really, really appreciate that. If not, no worries. Let's begin with the practice. You may close your eyes. As you close your eyes, your palms on your lap, facing upward like this, but on your lap. Remember the blessing position and the receptor position, which is the palms on your laps. So right now your palms on your lap facing upward, your tongue is connected to your palate. Just be aware of your breath. Just be aware of the air going through your nostrils, into your lungs, and slowly exiting your lungs. Gently be aware of the stillness. Let's start by invoking or doing a short prayer for divine blessings to the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones. We humbly invoke for divine guidance, divine love, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine help, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. Keep your tongue connected to your palate. Gently recall a happy event. Take your time. Think about an event that's made you truly happy and joyful. We experience this exquisite feeling of sweetness, of tenderness, and of love. You are smiling. You can't help but smile as you think of this moment. And you're filled with love and happiness. Gently and lovingly, smile at your heart center. Your heart center is a being of love. Say a few words of love and sweetness to your heart. Gently wait for the response. Can you feel your heart center responding with love, responding with joy and bliss? The smile is becoming wider. The feeling is fantastic. Now recall another happy event. We experienced this happy event as well. Now gently smile at your crown center, location on top of your head. Your crown center is a being of divine love. Say a few words of love to this being of divine love. Lovingly and gently smile at your crown center and wait for the response. Can you feel your crown center responding with divine love and divine sweetness? We are now going to bless the earth with loving kindness. We will be using the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. You may raise your hands on the chest level, with your hands and palms facing outward. Imagine the earth in front of you, the size of a small ball. Now be aware of your heart and silently repeat after me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Feel the inner peace within you. Let it flow through your arms, through your hands, gently and lovingly. Share this peace with the small earth in front of you. Nurture this peace. Feel it flowing from your palms deep, deep into the entire planet. Mentally repeat after me. Wherever there is hatred, let me sow love. Now feel this love within you. Allow yourself to be a tunnel for divine love. Feel this love within you. Feel this love flowing from your hands, from your heart, to your arms, and going into the small earth in front of you. Bless the entire earth with peace and with love. Mentally repeat, wherever there is injury, let me sow pardon. Allow yourself to be a tunnel for divine forgiveness, divine reconciliation. Bless the earth with the spirit of forgiveness, the spirit of reconciliation. Let there be understanding, harmony, and peace in this whole world. Mentally repeat, wherever there is despair, let there be hope. Wherever there is doubt, let there be faith. Allow yourself to be a tunnel for divine hope and divine faith. Bless the entire earth with hope and with faith. Bless the people who are having a difficult time. Bless them with hope and with faith. And silently tell them, you can and you will make it. Bless them with divine hope, divine faith, and divine strength. Blessings be to all. Wherever there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Allow yourself to be a tunnel for divine light and divine joy. This energy of light and joy is flowing through you to this entire earth in front of you. Especially the people who are sad, people who are depressed or in pain. Fill them with light and with joy. Now be aware of your crown on the top of your head. Be aware of the center of the crown chakra. Imagine the small earth in front of you. Silently repeat after me. From the heart of God, let the entire earth be blessed with loving kindness. Feel the divine love and the divine kindness. Let the entire earth be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace, with goodwill and the will to do good. Imagine people are not only talking about doing something good, but actually acting out this goodness. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of both your heart and your crown simultaneously. Imagine this earth in front of you. From the heart of God, let the entire earth, every person, every being be blessed with divine love and kindness. Imagine golden, bright golden light emerging from the palms of your hands and going into the entire earth in front of you, filling the whole earth with light, with love from the heart of God. Let every person, every being be blessed with divine sweetness, divine joy, with warmness, tenderness, with inner healing, inner beauty, with divine bliss, divine oneness with all. Gently put your palms in your hands back down on your lap. Imagine a brilliant star on your crown. Look at it gently and lovingly and silently chant the mantra Om with me. Lovingly meditate on this brilliant star and silently chant the mantra Om, Amin or Amen. Be aware of this mantra Om and meditate on the interval or the stillness between the two Oms. While meditating on this stillness, be aware of the brilliant star or the brilliant light on top of your crown. At the interval between the two Oms, there is stillness. Be aware also of this stillness and be lovingly aware of the brilliant star or the brilliant light on top of your crown. And as you're aware of this, let go and chant with me mentally. Om. 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 Continue with your meditation. Relax and let go. Very gently return to your body. Gently return to your body. Now gently move your fingers, move your feet. You may raise your hands once again in the blessing position, with your palms facing outward. Imagine the earth again in front of you. We are going to release the excess energy. Let the entire earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let the entire earth be blessed with peace, order, spirituality, abundance, and prosperity. Let every person, every being on this planet be blessed with happiness, with good health, with spirituality and abundance. Blessings be to all. Now gently put your arms back down on your lap. Be aware of the base of your spine and your feet. Imagine the light going down, down, deep into the earth, 3 meters or 10 feet into the earth. Silently say, let Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let Mother Earth be blessed. Let Mother Earth be regenerated, revitalized, replenished. Blessings be to Mother Earth. We'll do a short Thanksgiving prayer. To the Supreme God, we thank you for your divine blessing. To my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, all the archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you. You may all gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Hey, okay, how is everybody feeling? All good? All comfortable? Yeah? Perfect. Good, 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 good. How was the meditation? How was the experience? Nice, nice, very good. Good. You can appear sensitive to the energy that is coming down. Very good. Great start. When I did it for the first time, I slept very, very hard. So this is itself like very impressive for me. So good stuff. What about the others? How did they all feel? Put on the chat box. While you do that, let's do the exercise post meditation. It's very simple exercise. We'll do some tapping, shaking, and some jumping. All right. So we can start by tapping. So you can tap the top of your head. Just tap it. So all the excess energy that is there can get assimilated into the head area, or it can get released into the environment. So you massage your scalp, massage your forehead, massage your temples, your cheeks. All right, your neck, your throat, your chest, massage your chest, the entire chest area. All right, you may stand up, massage your entire upper body, massage, 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 gently tap it, your stomach, spleen on the left, your liver on the right, massage your back, lower back, your kidneys. Work your way down to your buttock, massage your buttocks, massage, massage, massage. Your front, your thigh, massage your legs, your entire legs. Just tap it, tap, 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 tap. Okay, let's do some shaking. So you can just jump on the spot to shake and release any excess energy. So jump and shake, jump and shake, jump and shake, jump, 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 hold. You can feel some tingling sensation on your fingers. It's good. Energy is going out. Jump again, jump again. Jump, jump, jump. Hold. And one last time, the goal is jump. Just release any and all excess energy that the body cannot handle. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, all right. Excellent. You may all take a seat. Just sit comfortably. All right, it's 9:57, so we're closing in on our time to end the session. I will just share my screen one last time to end the presentation, and then we will leave for the night. Quickly. Okay, let me just present this. Okay, so now what are the next steps? Now, if you had a really good meditation, for me personally, after I did the Vinyasa for the first time, I really wanted to know about pranic healing. I was like, what is this? There's something crazy about it that it's so effective. If something can make you feel this level or degree of inner peace in just 20 minutes, there's a lot to this world, right? So that's when I did my basic pranic healing course. It's called Miracles Through Pranic Healing, where in this, it's a 2-day workshop basically, where I learned about how I can relieve people of their pain without giving them any tablets, without giving them any, pharmaceutical drugs, without giving them any massage or any spiritual therapy, just by using energy, healing, and moving my hands, I can relieve them of their pain. And that to me was very fascinating. All right. So in this 2-day workshop, I realized I could, in just 2 days, I could replicate to a large degree what most doctors take about 5 years to do in order to learn. And of course, pranic healing is not supposed to replace medicine, it's supposed to work with them complementarily. But I realized that, I can, to a large degree, help people come out of their miseries. And you'll notice when you do the course that this book has protocols across all kinds of ailments. So any ailment you can think about, there's a way to heal that ailment. As small as a toothache or a cut on your leg to cancer, tuberculosis, asthma, and all various kinds of arthritis, diabetes. Yeah. So it's a very simple 2-day workshop. And even if you don't want to heal as a profession, it's always good. You know how it's always good to have a doctor in the family? Yeah. To always reach out to. Similarly, it's always good to have a pranic healer in the family. Because anytime you want healing, they're ready to heal you. And you don't have to depend on medicines or depend on the doctor's visit the next day. In case your child gets fever, in case your sibling is fallen sick or fallen down, gotten hurt, or somebody in your family is suddenly picked up a common cold, very easy to just heal them and provide them instant relief in about 30 to 45 minutes or less than a day, depending on the ailment. Yeah. So if you're interested to even explore this course or interested to know more about pranic healing, just reach out to me. I think you'll all have my details on WhatsApp anyway. So you can message me saying, this sounds interesting. I have a weekend free. Why don't I give this a shot? All right. And after just 2 days, I kid you not, after the first day itself, you can go back home and they'll give you homework to practice healing on somebody in your family. And you can see the result by yourself. So yeah, of course, it's a skill that takes time to learn, but the implementation, the results are quite quick. Okay. And you all can see this list. They can teach you all of this stuff apart from just generally healing people. So especially this, there's something called re-energizing, which is a technique taught where you can re-energize yourself physically and mentally in less than 15 minutes. So if you come back home after a very tired day, or if you had a long day at sports, you physically recharge yourself and suddenly you can go back out there and play for another hour. I've tried this in the past. I've had a very long event. For example, I've been mentally exhausted and I've done the technique of mentally energizing and I felt like I could play like a few games of chess right after that. That's a degree of strength it can give your mental body. So yeah, super inquisitive and revolutionary techniques that are taught in this course. So yeah, think about it. If you have a weekend free, I'd urge you to do this course, especially if you're in Mumbai, if you're in India. We have centers all across the world and all across India as well. So on that note, I think let us close. I don't want to take more of your time. I'm very strict on my timing. So it's 10:01. Thank you all for joining in. I hope you all had a good meditation. If you have any questions, I'll open it for about 1 minute for that. So it helps out anybody has any urgent questions. If not, I'm always available on WhatsApp, so you can just reach out to me. Cool. But I hope you'll have a good meditation and y'all can join in tomorrow as well. I think somebody's checking tomorrow as well. It's good to have a regular practice with this because after one meditation, you may feel a lot of inner peace, a lot of calmness, a lot of I'll have a good night's sleep after this. But to really see the benefits of it in your real life, in your daily life, it's super important to do regularly. So if you can do it at least twice or thrice a week, if you can adjust your schedule and fit this in, just about 45 minutes of your day, the results you see after just about 3 to 6 months is really fantastic. Yeah. So let's try and do this. At least this group has been made for this purpose. So let's see if we can meet more regularly. All right. On that note, I shall close. Thank you so much, Rohit. Thank you, Anamika. Thank you, Ambika. Thank you, Revati, and everybody else for joining in. You'll see somebody else tomorrow, but I hope you all have a good meditation tomorrow as well. And I'll see you most likely next Tuesday, if not sooner. Okay? Thank you and good night. And thanks, Rohit, man, for being such a good sport. I think it's really good to see you on camera. It's really helpful for me as well. All right, I'll see you around. Thank you and good night.